what are two practical ways we could celebrate Earth Day?
I would say to be consciously quiet for an hour, because then there's no pollution, there's no nothing, it's just you. And be consciously quiet for an hour, and to be more aware of your surroundings. Those would be my two suggestions.
Thank you. And who would you like to go next?
Let's talk about Nancy. Nancy looks as though she has some beautiful ideas over there.
So I have something that's similar that we did when we were doing some uh, learning about plants in the wild and also edible plants. But we just went out, and I mean, you may just be able to get out into your yard. Some people are currently in that situation, but just go and sit by a plant. Okay, just go and find a plant and sit down by the plant and just be with the plant. Okay, could be a little tree or whatever, and just be with them and just observe them and feel them and just, you never know. I mean, I went out into my yard yesterday. I just wanted to put love out into and appreciate the new spring. And this bird, this red cardinal, was just like so loudly talking back at me out of the tree. I'm like, wow. And it was loud too. I mean, it was, I know he was looking for a girlfriend, but I mean, but it was fun. And it was like, I put the energy out and I got a definite message back. Like, just try that.
Hey, Patrice, I think, has to run, so can you?
Sure, I'll just quickly chime in here. Being that I live right out in the forest, I am just, and it's starting to be spring here. The snow is slowly melting. So that, to me, it's that celebration of spring too, and getting out there. And I love checking everything to see the first little green bits that come up, and the evergreen plants that come up from being uncovered from the snow. So I'm just going to go out and enjoy myself, do some forest bathing. And also I've got seedlings to get going for the garden.
And who should go next?
Eva can go next.
Okay, so mine's kind of like a 1-2 here. So first, reducing plastic use. So finding things that you can buy that aren't like wrapped in plastic in the first place, or maybe has more in the plastic, rather, just reducing plastic. And then the other thing you can do with this is to upcycle the plastics or various other recyclable products and create something out of it. So turn it into either something decorative or something useful, but just get creative with it and give it a second life. And have we heard from Peggy? I don't think. Yeah.
Silly me. I think just starting to compost, if that's not something you've done, whether you get some kind of a bowl or container, a glass container, or something where you can just start saving your scraps, not putting them in the garbage. And I just think that's a really important thing to mention. Also, for the day, or probably every day, wash clothes in in cold water, because most of your laundry can be cleaned just as well in cold water, and it saves energy by skipping the water heating.
And who would like to go next?
Who hasn't gone? Let's see. Cindy, what about you?
Okay, I really am going to enjoy the hummingbirds and butterflies and all those visitors to the garden on Earth Day. I try to create lots and lots of herbs, and so many things are in flower because we got quite a bit of rain. So, like a lot of other people have said, just go out and enjoy your surroundings. But really notice, there are ants that do a job. We don't want them in the house, but outside they do a really good job in aerating the soil. So what I also always say is we are absolutely connected to everything, and there is no way. So I'm not even going to just say you got to compost. I'm saying you shouldn't waste food. And I suggest that you go to your refrigerator and don't throw things in the back, have them in the front so that you know what needs to be eaten, because we are wasting so much food and nobody's coming to save us. There's going to be difficulty. Tariffs have gone up. There's going to be difficulty in getting food. So we have to be very judicious. And that means growing seeds and not wasting the food that we buy. And I'd like Maricel.
Thank you, Cindy. You are teaching me so many things in terms of avoiding waste and food, and changing my mindset from let's find a recipe where I can do this shiitake mushroom that I bought because someone was buying that at Costco the other day and it said organic and I've never done it. So I was curious. Now it's on my fridge, right? But I already tried 2 different ways of consuming it, and I lost the fear of just try to do something with what you have. And that is because Cindy is sharing again and again how we can do that. Like in the past, I will be fearful because if I didn't have the recipe, I would freak out. And then I will start a recipe, but then I would miss one of the ingredients. So I was discouraged. So bottom line, I'm switching to a more dynamic, avoiding waste and appreciating more what I have done before. And that's because of you, Cindy. So thank you. And because all of you, because all your comments and every new idea stays there until it's time to apply, right? And then there's like, oh, I remember Eva said something about it. Oh, I remember it was Cindy. So I think that all of these tips and everything we share is very useful. Now, I will just share an observation. I have a beautiful tree that is my nature, it's super close. It's just outside my window. And it's full of little holes. So the gardener said the other day, your tree is sick. So you need to contact this arborist, blah, blah, blah. And then I was trying to understand the logic. What insect could go and drill those little holes in the trunk of the tree? And you would see in the floor, like a lot of the inside of the tree. So I was trying to figure out. And then 2 days ago in the morning, I opened the window, and like half an hour later, I see a woodpecker. And he grabs and he stays really there. And I see him drilling and making the little holes. And I was fascinated because I've never seen a woodpecker in my life. I just heard the sound. I just saw the animations, the cartoons. In Argentina, we don't have woodpeckers. So for me, it was like, oh my gosh. And it was so close. I even took a clip to enjoy then later with my daughters. And now I know that, it's not that the tree is sick. It's just this, this bird is coming probably at night. I don't know when he's doing that. Probably that was early in the morning. But anyways, it was such a beautiful thing for me to observe. I think we lost Cecile. I think everybody shared. Yeah, everybody shared here. Cindy, back to you.
Okay, well, I want to thank everybody. I want to make sure, did Elizabeth share? I don't think she did.
No, I was trying to be invisible. I think two things. One is yard work, pending that the ground is not still frozen. And if it is frozen, I'll take some, a pot out from inside and do something that way that I can plant and then bring back in. But the other thing that I plan to do is to go out outside of my yard and see where other people are. And as the snow melts, like our condo group is sort of in between two cross paths that are bike paths. There's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of schools down the way, and a lot of garbage, a lot of papers, 7-Eleven cups and, potato chip bags and all that kind of stuff end up underneath the snow. And it's, I think just going out there and putting on some gloves and picking up some garbage and putting it into the waste. Because then you don't know who else you're going to meet. You don't know who else you're going to encourage to do just a little bit outside of your normal yard area, and help out that way.
Well, that's incredible advice. At one point, I said that there should be terrible long sentences for litterers. I was a rebel child, but what can I say? That never worked out. But littering is still a problem.